Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 44.
This morning we slept in just a little bit because we were up very late last night between the fireworks for Moonlight Magic and then going for our walks. It was a pretty late night, so we slept in a little bit in the morning and decided to go down for breakfast at the club level lounge. On the way to breakfast, though, we stopped and talked to the concierge and asked how it was going with the internet and what the status was for that, because we still had a lot of work to do and we're going to try and finish that up today. They said they had called IT, they had come out, they had fixed the problem, so we should be good to go for today. So that's very exciting. We can be able to work in the room or in the club level lounge. So we went over to the club lounge, got some breakfast. It was the same options they had the days before, where it was just kind of the grab and go pastries and stuff. They had cereal and a few other options, but mostly it was the grab and go stuff. So we grabbed some food, sat there and ate it for a minute, and then headed back to the room to start working. When we got there, we opened up the computer, got on the network, and once again, the internet did not work. And so we tried her computer and also didn't work, tried our phones. It's just something about the network in this room. I don't know what's going on. Whatever they fixed, it didn't fix it in our room at least. So we thought maybe in the club level lounge. Took our bag, went to the club level lounge. Nope, didn't work there either. And there was someone else there trying to work that was very visibly frustrated that it wasn't working for him either. So we went back to the concierge and said, hey, still not fixed. You need to call IT again and have them come out. We don't know what's going on, but we can't use the internet and we have to go back downstairs to work, which is kind of frustrating because we are paying to be up here at club level. We'd like to stay up here at club level. So we went down to the second floor, found that same couch we worked on the day before, which I will say, very comfy couches and generally a pretty quiet area, which is nice.
It was really quiet down there. It made it easy to work. And before we went down there, we did grab a bunch of snacks. We loaded up because we didn't want to have to go back and forth and back and forth. We wanted to be able to work. So we did load up on snacks and drinks and made sure we had plenty of those while we were working down there.
Yeah, a great example is if you want some of the chips to take with you, they have the nice little plates you can put them on. Get a to-go coffee cup, put a bunch of chips in it, now you got a snack you can take with you.
See, look at all these things you're learning.
Little life hacks right there. Like take the coffee cup and put cookies in it too. That's another one you can do.
Little muffins also work really well in there from breakfast.
Mini muffins,
so yes, we figured this
to-go
out.
Coffee
we made
cups
this work.
handle a lot of problems. It's amazing.
And they make things easier to carry. That's the thing.
And they're also great for, coffee that you make in the Nespresso machine because
I mean, if you drink coffee, sure, whatever.
It's the productivity juice. You got to make it. So that is so far my favorite part of Club Level, which is ridiculous because I know they have great food and great service, and you just feel so fancy when you're there. But I love the Nespresso machine.
We stayed down on the second floor getting work done. Robert had a couple client calls. Thankfully, it is quiet down there, so we were able to get plenty done without being bothered by anything.
And I will say it's really nice too. There's a lot of space there because I'm one of those people on calls. I walk. Even if it's a call with a client, I walk around and I'll take like a pen and paper, I'll use my phone or I'll use an iPad or whatever to take notes if I have to. But if I have my choice, I'm not doing a Zoom call because I don't want to be on video. I want to just walk around and I'll pace back and forth. And I had this huge area to pace. It was awesome.
It is a little unsettling when you're trying to get work done and he's pacing back and forth in front of you, but there was a lot of room there, so I just kind of made my way down a little further.
And I just disappeared for a long period of time.
He did. He would just be gone suddenly and just be wandering. After working pretty much all day down there, we waited till right before dinner and decided to explore again, see if they had anything for Valentine's because it is February 13th. And they did still have the table outside of the gift shop there where you can get last minute Valentine's gifts in case you forgot.
Yeah.
Or just want to get something from Disney.
Or if you live in the resorts and didn't want to pay a ridiculous amount of money to have roses delivered, you could possibly buy a rose from the table there.
I feel like
maybe that could potentially happen for some people.
I mean, that's not like everyone. That's just maybe just a couple.
Yeah,
people.
but like if you're just staying on vacation for a week, you're not going to bring roses with you, and you don't want to pay for delivery because it's ridiculous at Valentine's Day. And they had a fair price on roses.
We did find over at Contempo Cafe they did not have anything for Valentine's because today they are celebrating Valentine's Day. They had all these little treats that were based off of villains from Disney movies. They had Gaston, Cruella, Lotso Bear. They were really cute. I enjoyed seeing all of them. They had a really wide variety of treats for being a one-day thing.
Although I will say I think Dr. Facilier's was kind of like really lame. It was basically a cookie with a little piece of chocolate on top with his hat. It was like, oh,
Poor Dr. Facilier.
Dr. Facilier kind of got the short end of the stick there, but that's what happens when you make a deal with the devil.
Lotso's was really cool though.
That was really
very
cool.
detailed. I liked that one.
I liked the Captain Hook one though, because it was like a brownie that had icing on
that
top.
one was really cool,
so it had
too.
blue frosting on top, and then it had Captain Hook and a little chocolate piece. But there were Swedish fish jumping out of the water, and I like Swedish fish, and also it was just a really
fun little
use.
detail.
Yeah, fun use of the gummies there.
Once we finished up there, we did go back to the room to drop off our laptops and everything so that we can go get dinner because we're club level and we're gonna eat our hearts out while we're here. So we went down there, and of course they had things like salad. They had the mac and cheese for the kids or adults, depending on who you ask. The peanut butter and jelly that you have to make yourself. They had tuna, and then they had one of our absolute favorite dishes. I think we had club level anywhere.
Yeah, this was probably in my top 5 dishes, any club level lounge. This was a pork tenderloin with cheese polenta and then broccolini. Oh my goodness, it looks really basic. It
does sound really simple.
It's not the prettiest either because a lot of like muted tones. I mean, pork tenderloin's kind of like a light color, and then there's the cheese polenta that's just yellowish, and the broccolini. Oh wow,
we loved
the
it.
flavor in that was just so awesome. So I got like one piece of tenderloin and like a little bit of the polenta and a piece of broccolini.
It was so good.
We went back I think 4 times to get more because it was just so unbelievably good. I didn't even get anything else they had. I just got the pork and the polenta because it was
I don't even think you got mac and cheese.
I didn't because it was so good.
And it seemed like everyone there really enjoyed it. We actually talked to one of the cast members because we're like, I don't know why we like this so much, but we do. And she said, everybody loves this dish. We always know we have to make a lot of it because it's going to go quickly. And it did. They just kept restocking it and kept restocking it. I have no idea why it was this good. I don't know what they're putting in it. Maybe some pixie dust falls in. I don't know what ingredient they're throwing in this polenta and this meat. I don't know. Because everybody loved it. And again, it just seems like such a simple thing.
It is, yeah.
And on top of that, we had one of the absolute prettiest sunset views from the balcony there.
My goodness.
We were sitting there and all of a sudden someone said something about the view outside. And of course, with it being such a small lounge, it's not difficult to pretty much hear everyone else talking. So then everyone starts looking out the window and then we all kind of headed to the balcony because it was beautiful. So it was just this bright, piercing orange color and it was amazing to see.
It was crazy. I'm looking around going, I wish I had my camera. I only have my phone, which I mean, the phone takes pretty good pictures.
It did.
But I wish I had my camera because I'm like, I can get a better picture with my camera, but I don't want to go back to the room because I don't want to miss it because by the time I get there and get back, it's going to be gone. And no, it was just so cool to see. So after the sun finished setting, we went ahead and decided to go for a walk now. It is beautiful outside. The weather's perfect. So we started walking around outside, and as we're walking around that loop, we headed over towards Bay Lake Tower and thought, you know what? We haven't been to Top of the World Lounge, top floor of Bay Lake Tower in a while. Let's go up there because we can. We're DVC members and we're staying on property and it's not a holiday like 4th of July or New Year's, so we're allowed to go up there. So why not go up there? So we went over to the elevator, headed up to Top of the World. We weren't going to go to the lounge and eat because, we're club level. We've got dessert coming in just a few minutes. But we walked around, saw the view from there, and this is the first time that I noticed the hidden Mickeys when you come out of the elevator. I don't know how I've never noticed this before, but on the top floor, you come out of the elevator, there's this beautiful chandelier over your head, and if you look up at it, there's a hidden Mickey where it's attached to the ceiling. I had no idea before. You don't notice it looking at it from the side, it's when you go and look from underneath. So yeah.
I love those really special ones though because they're so different, they're so unique, they're not in your face, and so few people are going to notice them. And yet the Imagineers still created it and put it in there for those few people who do. And I love that.
Me too. So we headed back downstairs and walked a few more laps before it was time for dessert. We're basically just trying to kill time till dessert is ready because that's what we really want is dessert and fireworks. So we headed back upstairs at dessert time, grabbed a few desserts. Tonight it's similar to the other nights. We had cookies again. No more of those grown-up chocolate chip cookies. We're
apparently
still
they
looking.
only have them a couple times a week.
Right, and apparently that's the nights that we were there the first night, and that's going to be the only time this week because we haven't had them at all.
But at least we had them.
We did.
We got to try them.
And now we know when we go back, we're going to ask them like, hey, what day do you have that? So we can book those days intentionally.
We have to ask about that polenta too.
They're that good.
We got to arrange
We
this.
just need to stay a whole week. We got to do that.
Problem solved.
There you go. We got to fix that one right there. So they had some cookies, but no grown-up chocolate chip cookies. They had the little shooters they always have. They also had a couple different cheesecakes. They had like a brownie cheesecake and a cherry cheesecake.
I love brownie cheesecake.
Yeah, those were really good. They were rich. They were really rich, but they were really good.
I had a lot of them.
And of course, about this time, they are having the fireworks. So we crowded around the balcony with everybody else and enjoyed the fireworks. And tonight, we just enjoyed them. We didn't do pictures. We didn't do video. We're just going to enjoy them for ourselves. So we watched the fireworks there on the balcony from club level and decided that now we should probably go back to the room and pack, because tomorrow we change rooms again and we are going to a very special Valentine's Day reservation Alyssa is very excited about. I don't really know where we're going to be going tomorrow because I don't pay attention to that until, the day we get ready to check in. But Alyssa's excited. She's told me she's excited about Valentine's Day and going to be doing a special stay and all this. And I'm like, great, we're going to stay somewhere for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I booked a whole bunch of rooms, So we're changing rooms tomorrow. We're going to pack everything up tonight. So that's going to be the end of our night. And we will see you tomorrow.
For Argue with the Ears.